Good evening, church family. So glad to see you all here tonight. We are in the book of James, just 5 chapters, 5 short chapters, but James is a wonderful book, one of my favorite books in the New Testament. It's often called the Proverbs of the New Testament because it's written in a similar literary style as Proverbs. He's very choppy. He kind of goes from one topic to the other, and he's hitting them all. He's hitting them all. I don't know if you got a little bit convicted reading James, but I sure did, especially what we're going to read today in chapter 5. James was the half-brother of Jesus. Now, that's pretty crazy to think about. He was the first lead pastor, as we would call it, in Jerusalem of the first church. So if James has just a few moments to help us become better Christians, he's a pretty good source. He's a pretty good voice. And as we hear from the Lord, from God speaking through his servant James, pastor of the first church, half-brother of Jesus, let's hear what he has to say right here in the last chapter, chapter 5, verse 1. Come now, you rich. Now hold on, that's not me. That's not you. We're not the rich. But if you compare to who he's writing to, the 12 tribes scattered abroad, he's talking about people who have been persecuted and kicked out of their home and homeland. They're vagabonds, pilgrims wandering through destitute. So you and me, most of us have homes, or we're renting. We have a vehicle or vehicles. We have meals for days in our fridges and our pantries. We are rich. What does he say to us? Weep and howl for your miseries that are coming upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and your silver are corroded, and their corrosion will be a witness against you, and will eat your flesh like fire. You have heaped up treasure in the last days. Indeed, the wages of the laborers who mowed your fields, which are kept back by fraud, cry out, and the cries of the reapers have reached the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived on the earth in pleasure and luxury. You have fattened your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned, you have murdered the just. He does not resist you. To be clear, God is not against wealth. Now, on the other side, God isn't out to make everyone wealthy. There's a balance. A lot of that depends on you, your choices, what you want to do with your life. Again, God isn't against wealth, but he is against the dependence on wealth. In other words, what do we trust? Our money, our checking account, our checkbook, our investments? Where's our security? Where's our trust? Is it on the riches we possess? Or is it in the hands of the Lord? You can be a wealthy person and trust God for every single day, and he'll continue to walk with you, bless you, and use you. You could be a poor person with just $5, yet they hold on to that $5 and they'll never surrender it, and they depend on what they can hold. Either way, whether you have or you have not, we must learn to be content. The Apostle Paul, and as James teaches here, beware of trusting in riches. Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Just some thoughts from James. Hope it encourages you. Keep seeking the Lord every single day. We'll see you tomorrow as we dive into Psalms.